Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
And the starting group for Chicago. We've got Kobe White, Buzelis out there with Nikola Vucevic. Then it's Ball, and it's Giddey in at the 3.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Now here's Maxey. Pass to Oubre. George outside. Jacks up a 3. Sinks the trade.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now Giddey. Picked by Vucevic. The 3 is up. Another 3 for Chicago.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
George, no good. Chicago has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Richard, when it comes to the Bulls, they have one of the most committed fan bases in the league.
Yeah, the Chicago fans are for real. The Bulls are routinely at the top of the list for total attendance. Even on the road, there are usually Bulls fans sprinkled in every crowd. Lots of quick moves inside by Ball to get into great position for the score.
Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Pass to George. From 12 feet. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. George has got 5 points.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Now here's Vucevic. Shoots over Embiid. Vucevic's shot is off.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him off.
Now Maxey.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
George outside. Pass to Embiid. And Embiid gets the double team. Back to George. Good. And the assist to Embiid. He has 7.
Gets the ball and takes the shot. And it's that easy for Paul George.
Here's Buzelis. From deep, Giddey. Knocks down the triple.
Giddey for 3.
1:33 left in the first. Maxey surveys. George for 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
And you got to appreciate the competitive fire on display. It's almost like George says, you make one on me, I'm coming back at you for revenge.
And what a breakout 4th year for Tyrese Maxey. Named to his first All-Star game in 2024, Richard.
When the Sixers traded away James Harden, it really opened up things for Maxey. Gave him the ball more responsibility, and you know what? He showed up. Yeah, Vooch will do this to you. He's not scared of that mid-range. He's a midi master.
Maxey passes to Grimes. It's George on the wing. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Pass to Buzelis. It's hauled in by Oubre. 76ers trail by 3. Here's George. Giddey with a defensive effort. For Chicago, they've gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. Oubre passes to Grimes. And he buries his first look.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's Vucevic. That shot missing. 1 quarter in the books. And it's been a close one. Chicago ahead, leading. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
Well, it's simple. I mean, they started off strong, and they've been hot from beyond the arc since the get-go.
And as long as the threes are dropping, you've got to keep launching them.
On the court for Chicago, they've got Trey Jones. Jalen Smith is out there with Patrick Williams. Then it's Josh Giddey, and it's Dosunmu in at the 2-guard spot. Now here's Giddey. Smith with a screen on Edwards. Smith outside. The 3-ball. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Smith's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
We know how great Joel Embiid is, but he simply hasn't been as effective in the postseason.
Part of that is because of all the defensive attention he gets. We know things tighten up in the postseason and things become much more challenging. That's why he needs a better supporting cast.
And so here is Chicago. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Count it. Giddey's got 11.
And you can expect him to make it when the D is trash like that.
Butler passes to Embiid. Oh, and a dunk by Embiid.
Woo, throw it down, big man. You gotta love seeing Embiid rise up and just throw it down.
Giddey with a screen on Butler. Jones feels it out. From down in the low post, it goes.
Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
Butler passes to Embiid. Chicago with a rebound. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
13 feet out. That's good from Giddey. On the assist from Williams. 13 points in the game.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. A big group substitution here for Chicago. Vucevic, he's checked in for Smith. Buzelis comes in for Williams. White, he's checked in for Dosunmu. And it's Ball in for Jones. Maxey, that's good. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game. When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Outside Maxey. 1:16 left in the first half of this game. He drops it from range. George has got 13.
And at the offensive end, George persistent and consistent.
Pass to Buzelis. Outside Giddey. And here is Vucevic. Embiid covers. Just 4 to shoot. It's hauled in by Oubre. 76ers trail by 3. 40 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Vucevic against Embiid. Oh, putting in the work. Embiid finishes inside.
A gifted interior scorer. When Embiid establishes himself down there, he is almost automatic.
Pass to Buzelis. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey. Buzelis has got his first 3 points of the game. Ball against Maxey. Embiid with it. Fader on the way. That shot, no good. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Bulls out in front, leading by 4. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get Get ready for the fan half-court shot. Runs, please. They're thinking about the shot.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One guy who's been getting it done is Josh Giddey.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
They've got Joel Embiid, Kelly Oubre out there with George. Then there's Tyrese Maxey, and it's Grimes in at the 2. That's the group for Nick Nurse getting going here in the second half. Here's Buzelis from deep. Giddey. Rebound by Philadelphia. Oubre's got his 4th rebound in this one. Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Grant.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And it just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
And it's Giddey missing. The Sixers leading. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Paul George spent some time talking about his idol. He said, the person who motivated me as a kid was Kobe Bryant. Growing up in Southern California, watching him every day, I wanted to emulate him. I attacked the game the same way he did, trying to work on every deficiency, play both ends, and be a competitor.
His impact lives on, Allie. Chicago shooting their first free throw this game. And that one misses. Despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games, Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last season.
Yeah, B.A., and lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped.
Here's Buzelis. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Vucevic, a screen on Oubre. Here's Buzelis. He's covered by Oubre. The 3 from Ball. It's hauled in by the Sixers. For 3, Maxey. Buzelis grabs the board.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Giddey takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And I'll tell you what, for his size, just about 7 feet, Buzelis is a pretty good passer.
So both teams making some changes here. The Sixers trailing. Maxey passes to Embiid. The shot from the low post is good. Embiid's got 8 points. Here in the second half, these teams still neck and neck.
I really like how each team is matching the other's intensity.
Outside, Williams. This shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got 3 assists now in this one.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Embiid finds Maxey. Now Embiid takes the 3. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Giddey's got 4 rebounds now. An MVP in this league, Richard. Joel Embiid. Is there any way to slow this guy down?
The answer, no, B.A. There is no way to slow him down. He's got the unique ability of size, skill, athleticism. You name it, he's got it. Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looks. It's a challenging shot.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Over Vucevic. Embiid missing again. Bulls leading by 4. White looking it over. Tries the spin move. No good off the spin. Philadelphia is gone, only 1 of 3 from deep here in the 3rd. Left side, Maxey. And he banks in the layup. He's got 6.
Maxey just completely disregarding the defense because he can.
Maxey against Giddey. Outside White. Pass to Vucevic. Shoots over Embiid. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. And the Bulls lead by 4.
I'll tell you, when he rises up to shoot, and with his height advantage, he knows he's going to get a clean look.
Yeah, the defense.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. On the court for Chicago, Patrick Williams out there with Josh Giddey. Then it's Trey Jones. Then there's Jalen Smith. And it's Dosunmu in at the 2. Count the basket.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
76ers trail by 6. Pass to Embiid. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That's on Jalen Smith.
A scoring machine. There's just no shot Embiid's afraid to take.
And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us and the U.S. men's national team.
Inside. That's good from Giddey on the assist by Smith. Giddey's got 23 points.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Here's McCain. He's covered by Dosunmu. Embiid against Smith. 6 to shoot. Screen by Embiid. A nice shot by McCain. McCain's got his first points in this one.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Both teams will make substitutions. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Billy Donovan was just reviewing the plan with his team. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Outside Oubre. Pass to Grimes. Embiid with it. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
We see this so often. Embiid makes a strong move, drawing contact, and completes the play.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes, spacing the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
Yeah, they've also worked at pounding the ball inside. They gave them high percentage looks all game, and it's paid off.
And it's blocked by Embiid.
Yeah, defensively, Embiid could take over a game with his reach. Big block from him there.
Here's Maxey. George outside to take the lead. Ooh, he's found his rhythm. 7 for 10 and counting.
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
Maxey against ball. Pass to Vucevic. Shoots over Embiid. And again, Chicago, no good.
Ooh, he really came close to leveling the score there.
You love the intensity out there right now. Close game. Both teams leaving it all out there.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there. Bulls trail by 3. To the middle to stop the run. And Vucevic lays it up and in.
Look to a machine like Vooch when you need him most. He's a reliable offensive option who comes through for his club.
Pass to Embiid. Embiid just brushing off the contact inside.
And no doubt the ball is going to go to Embiid there. Needing a bucket, and he gets it.
White with a screen on Maxey. Vucevic with it. Yes! Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings him within 1. 44 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Embiid. And it's Giddey with a rebound.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Here's Maxey. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. To the paint. No good with a layup. And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
And so here is Chicago. And now they decide to foul intentionally. First free throw is good. And that'll put them up 2. And so both free throws good. And it's a 3-point game.
Question is, now can they protect the 3-point lead he's given them?
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Yeah, time is the enemy at this point, so I think I'd go for the tie and avoid playing the foul game.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's the foul.
That's his second personal foul. Third team foul.
Good on the first, and that'll put them up 2.
Taking 2 shots.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Maxey with it. Down low. Here's Embiid. No good! So it's the Bulls taking the W in a close one. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this.
I know you do. One thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Prince, and it's Kuzma in at the small forward position.
Aggressive move by Lillard, attacking the heart of that defense.
Mitchell outside. Pass to Strus. Back to Mitchell. This one for three. That one's in. His first shot this game.
Boy, how quick from the touch to the release for Donovan Mitchell. Look out, defense.
And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked first in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
And here is Mitchell after Damian Lillard was able to get the three to go. Another three for Cleveland.
Donovan Mitchell will answer with his own three. This guy has got a ton of pride and competitiveness.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson did give me a few minutes to catch up with him. Talking about Damian Lillard, coach admitted they're zoned in with slowing him down. Coach said we know how dangerous he can be. Now we're prepared to mix it up and throw different defenders at him if possible. We don't want him to find his comfort zone. A difficult strategy to pull off, guys.
Thanks, David. And it's Strus missing. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Kicks it out to Giannis. Pass to Kuzma.
2 minutes.
Prince dishes to Lopez. 6 to shoot. Bucks passing it around. Here's Kuzma. And it's sent back by Allen.
Jared Allen twice on the pipe. Send it back, young sir.
And Cleveland making a change here. Hunter's checked in. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. ADB, one thing about Kyle Kuzma, at 6'9", he is a big wing.
What I love about him, Kevin, is that he's such a strong shooter. He can bang in the post if you need him to. He always puts up solid rebounding numbers. And I think the final piece we've seen him developing is his ability to distribute the basketball.
Now, here's Lillard following the miss by Donovan Mitchell. Lillard against Garland. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall. For 3, Mitchell. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Bucks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Prince outside. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Garland kicks to Mobley. Pass to Garland. And he converts the layup. It's a tie ball game.
Well, the toughness of Darius Garland on display. Wants to finish through contact and get the bucket.
Now, Giannis. And the Bucks miss again. 6-second difference between shot and game plan. A drive by Garland. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Garland's got his second bucket of the game to go. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
It's a tie game. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And what do you guys think about the Cavaliers so far in this one?
Impressive start, They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
Isaac Okoro out there with Hunter. Then it's Evan Mobley. And it's Green. And it's Jerome in at the 1. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Cavaliers shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. And he sinks the second. Greg, you look at today's point guards. So many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
From deep, Trent. Cavaliers with the rebound. Green deciding where to go with it. Pass to Jerome. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Giannis outside. Physical basketball from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And you love watching Giannis operate inside. So assertive. A
different look now for Cleveland. Max Strus is checked in for Okoro. And it's Garland in for Green. Lopez, he's checked in for the Bucks. Taurean Prince comes in for Green. And Doris, the Cavs had a very successful 23-24 season. 37 wins and the number 4 seed in the East.
And Kevin winning a playoff series, their first one without LeBron James since 1993. Most of the players on the floor weren't even alive back then. Incredible to think of it in that context.
Antetokounmpo against Hunter. Right side, Antetokounmpo. Porter outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Porter's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
2 minutes.
Porter with the steal. Fast break, Milwaukee. Over Garland. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Garland feeling it out a little bit. Here's the teardrop. And he gets the bucket. Garland's got 5 points now in the quarter.
So many ways Darius Garland can score. That floater game is on point.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. A different look now for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson comes in for Evan Mobley. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Ty Jerome. And then for Milwaukee, Portis, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Gary Trent. And it's Damian Lillard in for Porter. A fader. Cavaliers with the rebound.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
And it's Strus missing. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Prince, the pass to Lillard. Lets it go from deep. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
A downright lethal 3-point threat. Lillard is someone defenders must stay attached to if they want to have any impact.
To the middle. And stolen by Kuzma. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Lopez outside. Pass to Lillard. Lets it fly. Misses the chippy right there.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Here's Mitchell. And it's good from the elbow. Mitchell's got the game tied up here for the Cavs.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Lopez from long range. And another three for Milwaukee. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. Thinking about the shot.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, the post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Taurean Prince is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Kuzma in at the 3.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Lillard with it, now defended by Mitchell. Lillard with the bucket.
That first step of Lillard, deadly.
Here's Mitchell. He's got 8. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Mobley up top. Antetokounmpo defending. Back to Strus. Sinks the triple.
How can we forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Milwaukee leading by 4. Kuzma outside. Back to Lillard. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Garland. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Lillard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor space.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
Over a minute and a half into the 3rd quarter of action. Lillard against Garland. The rebound by the Bucks. Kuzma kicks to Giannis. Here's Kuzma. And again, it's Milwaukee converting.
Just soft touch in the mid-range right there by Kyle Kuzma. Just accepting what the defense is willing to concede.
Now, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their 2nd NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, and the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
Yeah, you followed this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan. And that one's good. Antetokounmpo.
When you watch Taurean Prince play, you know it's about team. This guy finds the open man and loves delivering it.
Garland, the pass to Mitchell. Back to Garland. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Garland's got 12 in the game.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
A three-pointer is right on target. Lillard's got 19 points.
And that's Dame showing that competitive side. Loves a good duel, especially from range.
Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Inside. Lets it go. Shot's good by Mitchell.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Here's Giannis. And then jammed down as he goes right over Evan Mobley.
Oh my, that is freakish skill from Giannis.
Mitchell outside to the left side wing. Mobley sets the pick for Garland. Shoots over Lillard. That's in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Garland. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Milwaukee Bucks. He's been a major threat from three-point range. 3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. We've got Wade, DeAndre Hunter out there with Max Strus. Then there's Garland. And it's Jerome in at the 2-guard spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Clock at 6. Porter outside. And he's good on the 3-ball. Porter's got the lead up to 9 now for Milwaukee.
Good to see Porter Jr. knocking down the triple. Needs to keep taking and making those shots.
Pass to Garland. Goes up on the wing. Rebound, Milwaukee. Giannis has got his 4th rebound in this one. To the paint. Oh, Giannis punches it home.
Making it look simple. The athleticism of Giannis on full display.
Outside Garland. We've played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. Wade sets the pick for Garland. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Now Darius Garland clearly in a groove, and his teammates just rely on him to get great production.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. A different look now for Cleveland. Jared Allen's checked in for Dean Wade. Mobley comes in for Hunter. And Donovan Mitchell's subbed in for Ty Jerome. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Green. Prince is checked in for Gary Trent. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Porter. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. Now, he reminded his team, keep looking for the deep ball. If the 3 is there, take it. You've done a good job getting those looks, so keep taking them. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
See, what a good feel for what the defense is conceding. Donovan Mitchell very willing to get to that mid-range jumper.
Pass to Giannis. Using his size, Giannis!
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And he lays it straight in. And now it's a 12-point Bucks lead.
Every aspect of Giannis' game showing tonight, just unreal.
Here's Mitchell. Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game long, leading the defense to scramble.
Also, I just love how hard they've taken the ball to the rack. They've made a point of attacking, and it's led to them getting buckets.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
Mitchell against Prince. Takes the 3. That's in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket for Mitchell.
From 3-point range, Donovan Mitchell attacks with reckless abandon. He'll just keep firing, folks.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
Prince against Mitchell. Yes, indeed it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
There's a level of tenacity by Donovan Mitchell on the interior there. Wow, what a finish.
And so on to Antetokounmpo looking over it. Loads it up for Giannis. Oh, Giannis up high and down hard.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Milwaukee.
Look, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Giannis.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy. In attack mode all evening.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Okiki's checked in for Jared Allen. DeAndre Hunter comes in for Mobley. Okoro's checked in for Max Strus. And it's Ty Jerome in for Garland. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
And Mitchell gets it to go.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
And so the Bucks take the win. They keep. Thank you, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Stan, this is not your average regular season game. These teams are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
So a look at our starters for the Heat. They've got Tyler Hero. Bam Adebayo is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Ware in at the 5.
You got to do more than that to stop Hero. He's superb at staying under control.
Outside Hart. It's Bridges on the wing, defended by Burks. And Anunoby gets it to go.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Hero with it. Adebayo, a screen on Brunson. To the inside. And finished off by Adebayo.
The explosiveness off the screen. I mean, Bam's so good at knowing where to roll to after setting picks.
And the Heat unveiling the statue of Dwayne Wade, Stan, the face of the franchise forever.
Yeah, Brian, you think of what he meant to this organization, propelling it to its very first championship and then attracting other stars to Miami. He is truly the foundation.
Now here's Bridges. Anunoby on the wing. He's guarded by Hero. Here's Anunoby. Towns, a screen on Hero. Towns outside. Clock at 4. No good with the triple. The Heat have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Pass to Burks. Adebayo with it. Adebayo, a screen on Bridges. Wiggins for 3. Pure from three-point range.
Yeah, from the perimeter, Wiggins can be very, very efficient. You just can't allow him to find those looks.
Here's Brunson outside. It's hauled in by the Heat. 1:57 left to play in the first. Wiggins on the attack. Uses the glass on the layup. Wiggins got 5.
Oh, a mix of agility and speed gets Wiggins to his shot. Even the contact can't slow him down.
Towns, a screen on Burks. Here's Bridges. And he buries his first look.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
For Miami, they've gone 4 of 5 so far. Looking sharp. And Mikal Bridges, still one of the better wing defenders in the league, Grant.
Yeah, he's so great at pestering a shooter. Good lateral movement and wingspan makes him hard to get around. He might not be the best in the league, but he is well above average.
Achua's checked in for New York. McBride comes in for Bridges. And Miami also making a switch. Robinson's checked in.
Look how explosive Bam can be. Defenses can't do anything to stop him on the alley-oop.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Tom Thibodeau. Right away, he acknowledged they're facing one of the best defensive players in the league in Bam Adebayo. He told me Bam can do it all. He can protect the rim, he can defend in isolation, he can rebound. So we have to keep our composure, be aware of his presence, and not let him dictate what we do. All right, let's send it back to you guys.
Allie, thank you. Here's Ware, following the bucket by the Knicks. Burks for 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Brunson. Pass to Hart. Towns, a screen on Wiggins. Hart passes to Towns. Puts the move on. The rebound by Ware.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Wiggins outside. Back to Burks. And again, it's Miami from deep.
Man, that was fast. They're already up by double digits.
Yeah, incredible play on both ends of the floor. There may be too big of a gap here.
And so it's the Miami Heat ending the quarter up 10. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one.
Setting the floor for the Heat. Kyle Anderson is out there with Kevin Love. Then there's Tyler Hero. Then it's Duncan Robinson. And it's Larson in at the 2. So, Stan, in this league, the opportunity always exists to make a name for yourself.
It certainly does, Brian. And guys that maybe haven't gotten their opportunity, if they're ready when they get it, then they're going to burst onto the scene, and they'll no longer be under the radar guys. Look at a guy like Jalen Brunson, second-round pick, bench guy in Dallas for a long time, and then now an all-star.
Well, Grant, one thing about this Knicks team, they have a clear identity.
Yeah, they have the mentality of their city, New York City, playing the game with passion and in-your-face attitude. And, of course, these Knicks leave it all out on the floor.
Miami making a switch here. Highsmith checked in. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Hero's got 5.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
Screen by Robinson. For 3, Bridges. It's hauled in by Robinson. Heat leading by 9. Highsmith passes to Robinson. Now Anderson. Hero outside. Somehow scores the layup in traffic. Hero's got 5 points now this quarter. And New York has possession. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Yes, on the jumper. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. Now here's Hero. He has 7. Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players to the coaches to the front office and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons.
Karl Anthony Towns is checked in for New York. Brunson comes in for McBride. Pass to Brunson.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
There's a minute 59 left to play in the first half. That one falls. His second make in 5 attempts.
Brunson doesn't fear going in amongst the trees. Remarkable poise there inside.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, Brian. The Knicks, one of the top defensive teams in the league, and it starts in the paint. Coach Tom Thibodeau said, quote, "We've prided ourselves on having a tight shell. We've got great rim protection, guys who take charges, and we're aggressive on the ball. Guys, great defense has always been Tibbs' MO."
And nothing has changed now. Thanks, Allie. Adebayo against Towns. For 3, Bridges. Buries it from 3. Bridges has got 11 points.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Fast break, here we go. That's good from Towns on the assist from Bridges.
Look at Towns asserting himself inside. He knows he can muscle his way to a shot anytime.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Hart's checked in for New York. And Miami also making a switch. Robinson's checked in. 55 seconds left to play in the half. Pass to Ware. Good work defensively by Towns. Knicks trail by 7. Outside Brunson. Back to Towns. Over Burks. Towns can't get it to go. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And he hits it and gets hacked. A 3-point chance here if he can convert.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
Miami making a switch here. Mitchell's checked in. And the free throw, no good. The Knicks have gotten 5 of 7 shots to go in the second. Outside Brunson. Ooh, excellent D there from Burks. Tyler Hero has been on display for the Miami Heat. He put together 10 points in the quarter. Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. How about Tyler Hero displaying all of his skills today?
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
They've got Karl Anthony Towns. Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. And it's Josh Hart. And it's Anunoby in at the 3, the small forward. That's Tom Thibodeau's 5 as we get going in the second half. And your first NBA coaching job was with the Miami Heat, Stan. I was as an assistant back in the 90s, just a few years ago.
Yeah, just a few, Brian. And the Heat have changed a lot. The game has changed a lot over those years. Look, back then, the Heat were probably the most physical team in the NBA, and it was just knockdown, drag-out fights all the time.
Out to the wing. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Hero, screen on Hart. Pass to Burks. Just 5 to shoot. Off target with the 3.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
Brunson against Hero. Brunson inside with the finish.
Now, he may only be 6'1", but Brunson plays much bigger than that. I mean, he plays with a physicality.
Timeout. And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He wants to review the game plan. Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Graham.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
Hero outside. From outside the arc. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
Yeah, absolutely no hesitation from Hero. He shoots at will from range.
Towns a screen on Burks. Here's Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Fires in the triple.
Smooth shot by Hero. Notice how he doesn't rush himself.
Outside Anunoby. Back to Brunson. Misses in close. And so Hero will bring it up for Miami. Inside. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball. And the Knicks making a change here. Chua's checked in. Robinson, he's checked in for Miami. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Hart. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson.
Brunson with a 6th sense. I mean, always knows where his teammates are.
Pass to Hero. Over Brunson. Hero with the bucket. Hero's got 20.
Well, they have to be thrilled with how reliable he's been tonight.
Bridges outside. Back to Brunson. Outside Hart. And here's Brunson. Launches a 3. And Brunson won't miss many of those.
You know, some threes look better than others, and Brunson's lefty stroke from 3 is a beautiful thing.
Has to Ware. Back to Burks. Hero outside. Here's Ware. Hits the trifecta. Ware's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Bridges passes to Achua. Over Adebayo. And it's Achua. That time on the assist by Bridges. Bridges has got 3 assists now in this one. Now Hero. 20 points for him. For 3. And again, it's Miami from deep.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love...
And so it's Miami, finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Appearing in control, but could still use a little more of a push to feel totally comfortable in this one. And more NBA action on 2K Sports. Coming your way right after this. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game, presented by State Farm.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Yeah, well, he looked like a pass-first point guard on this assist. Incredible instinct to feel the play develop and set up the score.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th quarter. Setting the floor for the Heat. They've got Duncan Robinson. Kyle Anderson is out there with Tyler Hero. And it's Highsmith in at the 4-man position. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Heat.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the 3.
Yeah, another thing you notice are all the assists. The ball just has energy, and everyone is getting involved. Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
Outside Hart. For 3, Bridges. Rebound Miami. And here we go, the Heat fast break. Robinson can't hit.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
And that one's good for Brunson.
Yeah, and for Towns, great awareness at the offensive end.
Heat leading by 9. And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Burks, he's checked in for Miami. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Eric Spoelstra's huddle. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, "We're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall." Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
Okay, thank you, Allie. 2 points. That one goes. Stand back in your early coaching days. What was the dynamic working with the front office?
Well, I was in good situations, and so you need the coach and the front office in sync, where you're all working toward the same goals and you understand what the process is going to look like.
And how in sync were you when Stan was the coach and Stan was the front office?
We had problems then because the coach didn't like the front office very often, and the front office was always unhappy with the coach.
Nice. Shot clock at 5. Burks for 3. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 5 rebounds tonight. Hart passes to Brunson. The crossover. Check out Brunson going to work inside.
A flashy ball handler at times, Brunson knows how to carve up scoring opportunities for himself.
Pass to Burks from deep 3-point land. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Brunson against Hero. Brunson misses. Miami leading by 7. Hero outside. Back to Burks. Pass to Wiggins. Burks a screen on Bridges. Hero on the wing. Over Brunson. And there's Hero on the assist by Wiggins. Hero's got 32 points. Brunson passes to Towns. The three is up. Counted from distance.
All-out effort from Towns, putting the team on his back and getting them the shot they need.
Heat lead, 53-47. Knicks ball.
Brunson taking his time here. Shoots over Hero. Brunson misses. And that's an intentional foul.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they go to the intentional foul. He gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
At the line.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point ball game. And short of a miracle, they're walking out of here with a tough loss.
They fought all night, a terrific effort, but they just couldn't make enough big plays.
Oh, he drained it from downtown.
And though he has a scorer's mindset, Brunson willing to make the next pass.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. And he's unable to get the second one. And the Knicks call time here. They're losing by 6. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
They need to answer fast.
Yeah, and if they can get a decent look from 3, that's the shot to take. Not a lot of time to work with.
And he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Fourth team foul.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
At the line. 2 shots.
And he hits both free throws here, and it's an 8-point ball game. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Anthony Towns. Third personal foul. Fifth team foul.
So the first one drops, and that'll put him up by 9.
2 shots.
And so Hero nails both of them.
He snuffs out any comeback hopes with an impressive performance at the line.
So it's the Heat winning this one easily. Boy, a nice win on the... Allie, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
Where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Look at the 76ers starting group. We've got Kelly Oubre. He's out there with Joel Embiid. Paul George is out there with Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard position.
Boy, nice job by Paul George to make himself available. Gets to his spot and gets it off quickly.
Pass to Strus. Mitchell in the corner. The three. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. And so it's Oubre with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. It's a 3-point game. Puts up a three. Trains the three-pointer.
But he's got NBA range. There's no doubt about that. Oubre with 3-and-D ability on the wing.
And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
Count that one for Mobley.
Well, you see the confidence from Evan Mobley right now, ready to shoot as soon as he touches the basketball.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. The shot by George, wide open, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Strus passes to Mobley. Mitchell looking it over. And there's Mobley, and that's good on the assist by Mitchell. Mobley's got 5 now.
That's just big-time playmaking ability from Donovan Mitchell. This guy working the defense to create a shot opportunity.
The three from George. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now, here's Mitchell. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Maxey with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. Good on the shot.
And with how explosive Maxey is, he's not your average guard in the paint.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Hunter's checked in for Cleveland. Okoro comes in for Max Strus. The 76ers also with a sub. Yabusele, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Now here's Allen. Garland with the bucket.
Wow, a lot of distance on that jumper by Darius Garland. Nice.
Philadelphia leading by 3. Maxey passes to George. Back to Maxey. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. And he makes good on the layup.
And Maxey plays with so much energy. That time he wills that one in off the contact.
Mitchell outside. And another 3 for Cleveland.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Outside, Maxey. Lets it go from the wing. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. He has 5.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Hunter, no good.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Maxey on the wing. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Hunter dishes to Mitchell. He gets it in there. Mitchell's got 5.
And this is the attack mindset you want to see coming into the game.
Get it to the right guy, get a high percentage look, and that's the kind of game they want to.
And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. 76ers lead by 2. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Mobley is out there with Hunter. Then there's Javonte Green. Then it's Okoro. And it's Jerome in at the point guard. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Embiid with it. Guarded now by Okoro. 5 to shoot. Outside Butler. 3-pointer. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Cleveland's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchises.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
Pass to Embiid. Hunter grabs the miss.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Plays it up and banks it in. Hunter's got the lead up to 5 now for Cleveland.
With a number of moves and shots to choose from, Hunter is scary. Nice bucket there.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. For the Cavaliers, Max Strus is checked in for Okoro. And it's Garland in for Javonte Green. Then for the 76ers, Oubre comes in for Yabusele. And it's Quentin Grimes in for Edwards. The 76ers again can't hit it. The Cavaliers leading by 5. And the points coming for them now, Greg and Bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
Oubre with it, guarded by Hunter. Outside Butler. Pass to McCain. Hits the three-point bomb. McCain's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Garland against Butler. Hunter sets a screen for Strus. His three-pointers off the mark.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Well, they're passing to Embiid. And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels him.
Thompson is checked in for the Cavaliers. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Jerome. Wade, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Hunter kicks to Wade. Outside Garland. Cleveland moving it around. Pass to Wade. Outside Garland. Wade sets the pick for Garland. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Now here's Oubre. Here's Bona. Wade is covering. Philadelphia shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And he makes the first. And what about the evolution of Tyrese Maxey? Greg, according to him, he's just getting started.
Well, Kevin, I'd have to agree. I mean, he's got some big shoes to fill with James Harden leaving, but each year this guy has just gotten better. And not only has he matched Harden's production in Philadelphia, I think he's exceeded it.
Count it. Strus has got his first points in this one.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Oubre. .23 seconds left in the first half of the game. Now, here's Mitchell. Not a lot of room. Off with the layup. Outside, Maxey. And there's the drive. And the shot is good. Maxey's got it all tied up now for the 76ers.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
76ers, 22.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we're seeing from Tyrese Maxey.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. We've got Maxey. Oubre out there with Paul George. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Grimes in at the 2-guard. And George gets it to go. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
Outside, George. Back to Maxey. Here's Embiid. That shot off the mark. Good D by Mobley. Here's Mitchell. Lays it up off the glass. Mitchell's got 10.
Boy, nothing you can do about that. Mitchell is just simply that good, converting over aggressive defense.
Here's George. 9 points in the game so far. When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
Garland, the pass to Strus. Allen inside. Embiid's there. Takes a shot at the elbow. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Garland's got 4 points this quarter. Pass to Grimes. And George kicks to Oubre. Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, you have to respect how fast Kelly Oubre gets his shot off in catch-and-shoot situations.
Mitchell outside. Strus passes to Mobley. Back to Strus. And he dunks it down.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Cavaliers have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. We've got 1:18 left in the third quarter. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
The Spida is attacking right now. Very few guys can score it as quickly or as easily.
Pass to Oubre. Out left to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's Maxey. Open jump shot off the mark.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Mitchell finds Strus. Wide open. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
There's a reason teams put the ball in Donovan Mitchell's hands. This guy, you trust him to make the right play.
Here's Maxey. Yep, it counts. Maxey's got 8.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Mitchell outside. Lets a floater go, and it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He ends up dropping it. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. They've got Max Strus. He's out there with Hunter. And it's Jerome in at the shooting guard. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Cleveland's gone 6 of 11 when they're taking the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Pass to Hunter. inside.
And it's his decision-making. Hunter looking like a surgeon the way he operated that pick and roll.
Here's McCain. Chalk up 2 there. McCain's got 4 points this quarter. Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
And guys, no separation yet, and I really don't think we're going to see any all the way down.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Hunter for 3, and Philadelphia grabs the miss. Butler deciding where to go with it. Pass to Embiid. Oh, muscling it home, Embiid.
And showcasing that overwhelming strength. Embiid is so skilled at finishing over the aggressive defense.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. A different look now for Cleveland. Allen's checked in for Okeke. Mobley comes in for DeAndre Hunter. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Ty Jerome. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Alder. David.
Hey guys, I was able to catch Kenny Atkinson's message to his team. They said, let's lock in, keep our focus. We need everyone down the stretch. Now his players looked engaged, so I think the message got across. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
And check out Embiid's athleticism. Just because he's big doesn't mean he can't move.
Allen outside. Pass to Mitchell. Lets it go with a 3. A basket good off the assist from Allen. Allen's got 3 assists now in this one. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. Embiid inside, defended by Allen. The big man Embiid converts inside.
And in the big moment, Embiid is your guy. He's always ready to go on the attack.
From the stripe. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Mitchell's got 8 points in the quarter.
Wow, Donovan Mitchell simply fearless when his team is in need.
Here's Embiid. Excellent D there from Allen. Cavaliers have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Bounce pass from Strus. The shot by Mitchell, no good. The 76ers trail. Grimes passes to Maxey. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Pass to Embiid. Over Allen. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions. And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Embiid. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And there is no back down in Joel Embiid. He is ready to rise to the occasion in the big moments.
Well, consistency is so critical, especially in clutch moments. This guy has got that gene.
Mitchell. It's not going to go for him. Good D by Embiid. Pass to Maxey. Embiid with it. It's good!
And they do have a foul to give.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
Well, they've got to be aggressive guys because the defense doesn't want to foul here.
Mitchell outside. The high post shot. Yes! A huge shot to tie it up.
Just a terrific all-around scoring effort from him. I mean, it's because of that they're even in this game.
The deep 3 from George. Oh, no good there. The potential game winner off the mark. And regulation now. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. And here's Maxey. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. A loaded backcourt. It's Garland and Mitchell. And it's Strus in at the small forward position.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Mobley finds Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
Garland against Maxey. There's Embiid. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Shots good by Mitchell. Mitchell's got 29 in the game.
There is a level of physicality, and the frame of Donovan Mitchell allows him to finish through contact.
Pass to Embiid. Fades back. He can't get that one to fall.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the floor since the start of overtime. To the inside. Again, Embiid missing.
Boy, no idea why. Look at the fadeaway. How clean. Look at the basket.
Mitchell. It's in!
Don't be mistaken about that 6'1 frame. That 6'10 wingspan, 215 pounds. Look out inside.
Maxey looking it over. Pass to Grimes. Embiid against Allen. Embiid, no good.
Well, whether it's a defensive adjustment or he's gone just a bit cold, that efficiency has really fallen off this quarter.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Second team foul.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, this trip to the line should seal the deal. Amazing job.
Here's Grimes. Another miss by Philadelphia. And he commits the intentional foul.
At the line for Cleveland.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game.
And they've been a different team here in overtime. They just seem to have lost their energy.
Oubre, good. And an intentional foul right there.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They've used up all their energy just getting it to overtime.
And so it's Cleveland winning this one. They had to...
These guys are coming in and not thinking about that very same thing. These guys want to test each other. The other guy, will that elevate the next couple weeks of play for them in terms of their confidence? So a big man battle. Let's keep a close eye on it.
Here's the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Is out there with Damian Lillard, and it's Kuzma in at the 3, the small forward. Poke loose. Outside Anunoby. Back to Brunson. Three-pointer. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. And here's Antetokounmpo's team. They've taken on the identity of their head coach.
Well, BA, isn't it interesting? Tom Thibodeau, lots of scuttlebutt about him as the coach. And then they brought in players. First, they play a ton of minutes, but this team is gritty, and they don't give up.
And New York has possession. After the basket by Milwaukee on the other end. Bridges, and out of bounds. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Let's
To catch up with Tom Thibodeau. We discussed the challenges a player like Giannis Antetokounmpo. Coach responded saying he's a handful for sure. I told our guys to make sure we seal up any lanes. It won't be easy, but coach feels like they'll be able to make it a little more difficult for Giannis.
Now here's Anunoby. The kick out to Brunson. 3-point. Antetokounmpo against Bridges. That's the Knicks in transition. And there's Brunson. That one's good on the assist from Bridges.
You give Brunson that wide open of a floor, he's going to operate there.
Lillard with the ball. Lopez, the screen. Lillard outside. Over Brunson. And Lillard gets it to go.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about
Chua's checked in for Anunoby, and it's McBride in for Bridges. Bucks. Sims, he's checked in for Lopez. Bobby Portis comes in for Antetokounmpo. Trent, he's checked in. Porter Jr. in for Prince. Porter gets the
range. Porter Jr. can cash you in from distance. He certainly did there.
Pass to Achua. Towns is screen on Portis. Here's Achua. Lays it up and banks it in.
The defensive effort was lacking.
And exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Lillard. Bucks hit again from deep.
Great shot from Lillard. He loves finding space around that perimeter so he can just fire.
Brunson misses. Porter looks it over. Lets it go from the wing, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Lillard's got 7.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks. Guys?
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
Yeah, couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
Achua is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then there's Miles McBride. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Payne in at the point. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Now here's Robinson. Pass to Payne. Free throw line jumper. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Yeah, defenses are aware. Campaign is going to come at you. He's going to attack the rim. They play him that way, so that mid-range does open up for him.
Antetokounmpo against Achua from 12 feet. And Antetokounmpo with the basket on the assist by Porter.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Payne finds Robinson. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Great concentration from Robinson there. Good work to accept the contact and then keep working through it.
Anunoby, he's checked in for New York. And there have been a few teams lately who have been stockpiling draft picks, Brent. What do you think of that approach?
Well, B.A., if you look at the success of the draft, you're kind of 50-50 on whether or not you're going to get the talent that is required to win a championship. So getting multiple bites at the apple is a great strategy for teams to try to build the foundation of a championship caliber team.
And the Knicks making a change here. Towns is checked in. Towns outside. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Bridges down low, guarded by Trent. And we're going to have a jump ball.
Ball violation. Jump ball.
Pass to Porter. from deep. The rebound by Bridges. Knicks trail by 6. And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
McBride can't get it to go.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Outside Porter. Off target from three-point range. For New York, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, with the Bucks switching coaches midway through last season, Doc Rivers' experience with star-laden rosters, he said, quote, "I resist thinking that you can't coach players. I have no problem holding them accountable. If you don't do it, you're not going to win." Brian, the pressure's on to get it done.
Burden of expectations. It's title or bust. Thanks, Allie. So both teams changing it up here. 1:21 left in the second. Prince, the pass to Kuzma. Lillard got a good look. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. Lillard's got 9 points.
And one of the quickest triggers. Lillard says, now you see it, now you don't.
Back to Brunson. Brunson with the finish inside.
Well, that takes such tenacity just to get in there. Brunson battling through the inside contact.
For 3, here's Lillard. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now here's Anunoby. No made baskets yet. The kick out to Brunson. And Brunson won't miss many of those.
Really quick release there from Brunson. Let that one go in a hurry.
Milwaukee leading by 4. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Brunson against Lillard. 11 seconds left in the second quarter. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go from deep. Portis for 3. The shot misses. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Milwaukee out in front. They lead by 4. Well, thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. What a game we're seeing from Damian Lillard.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
And on the floor for Doc Rivers as we get into the second half. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Prince. And it's Kuzma in at the small forward. When the Knicks are having a good season, it is amazing how excited their fans get, Brent.
Well, it's been generations, BA, that have been salivating for this franchise to get back to its winning ways. The last championship came in 1973. So as a fan, you can't help but get fired up when there's a chance at a title run.
Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. What a make! Giannis for 3!
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Brunson against Lillard. Pass to Bridges. Towns, a screen on Prince. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Electric. Bridges getting the fans on their feet with that dunk.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Bucks. They lead by 4. On the wing, Kuzma. Anunoby covering. Hard against Antetokounmpo. The 11-footer Another one falls for Milwaukee.
Man, defensively so tough to make a decision. What do you want to stop? You come off the pick, Giannis can pass, he can finish. It can really cause you to hesitate.
Bridges misses.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Wow! A rim-rattling jam by Giannis.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
So the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
And Brunson gets it to go.
You know, some threes look better than others, and Brunson's lefty stroke from three is a beautiful thing.
Brent, everyone loves an underdog story, and there's few better than that of Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, this kid falling into the second round and all the perception around whether or not he was big enough or can he shoot the ball, is he athletic enough? This guy has continued to work hard every year and turned himself into an all-star and an all-NBA player.
Achua's checked in for Anunoby. Gary Trent Jr., he's checked in for the Bucks. And he lobs it up. Achua with the dunk.
The great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, VA.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Trent, the pass to Prince. Antetokounmpo outside. And again, it's the Bucks missing.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Three-pointer, Bridges. And the Knicks, another three.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
Well, they didn't really have a choice in the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team, just fighting for them.
For three, here's Lillard. Milwaukee, no good that time either. A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
Outside Hart for the lead. On target from range. And now a three-point New York lead.
And he can hurt you from there. The D must be up on Hart when he has the ball.
Pass to Lopez. Back to Lillard. And here's Trent. There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter. Nails it from three. Trent's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
For three, Bridges gets the three ball to go. Bridges has got 8 here in this quarter.
Yeah, there was a lack of intensity in the first half, but these teams have now turned it up.
You ask for those hustle.
It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. New York out in front, up 3. And time for a short break. Stay right there. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. They've got Miles McBride. Achua is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Campaign, and it's Anunoby in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 for New York right now. Antetokounmpo, right side. Green for 3, hits a three-pointer. Green's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And Giannis treating the defense like a magazine. Easy reading here for him.
Towns taking his time here. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. And some changes here for New York. Josh Hart's checked in for Achua. Mikal Bridges comes in for McBride. And Brunson is subbed in for Payne. So Milwaukee going with almost an entirely new group here. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Kuzma comes in for Green. Prince is checked in for Trent. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Porter Jr. Drains the triple.
Well, Lillard works so hard on the offensive end of the floor. It's really what helps him get going like this.
Outside Anunoby. Pass to Hart. Here's Brunson. Fires the 3. Now Anunoby. Bridges outside. Towns on a screen. And Bridges good for 3. Bridges has got 11 points here in the second half.
You expect he's going to find a way to pull through in the clutch.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers' huddle. First and foremost, he wants to see more points in the break. He asked his team, where's the urgency? We know what we can do in transition. Now let's go out and do it. We'll see if they can pick up the tempo, guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
Now, Giannis has great confidence, and he's playing with it here.
And here's Brunson. Bridges outside. Goes up at the stripe. Another one falls for New York.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Back to Lillard. Lillard shrugs off the contact.
And that is what you need in big moments. Lillard's a strong leader with competitive drive. Bingo.
Brunson on the drive. Over Lillard. It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
He usually knocks those shots down with ease. Defense got very fortunate there as they gave him weight.
Whoa! Antetokounmpo flying!
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
Brunson against Lillard. Basket counts. And the Knicks lead by 1.
Oh, huge moment from JB. Brunson knocking it down.
Antetokounmpo outside. Lillard outside. It's hauled in by Jalen Brunson.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he laid straight up and in.
Wow, that takes steady nerves right there.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Antetokounmpo against Hart. Count it! And 1! He'll have a chance in the three-point play. Jalen Brunson picks one up. Ooh, he knocks down the clutch free throw.
Those and one plays can be real backbreakers in a close game.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Brunson up top, defended by Lillard. Pass to Anunoby. Here's Brunson, and he buries it.
And Brunson's got the mindset to deliver.
Hard against Antetokounmpo. Kuzma, the pass to Prince. And here's Lillard. Launches it. The rebound by Bridges. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
First personal foul, third team foul. Jalen Brunson.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a three-point lead. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line.
And looking to even the score with a huge three.
You could bet that's what they're looking for this late in the game. They need that three.
And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul. Good on the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion.
At the line, 2 shots.
And so he drops them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Ooh, I think that's a wrap, and I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
So New York wins it. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves. But all right, Allie, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
We love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
You aren't kidding.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. We've got Buzelis. Kobe White is out there with ball. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Vucevic in at the center position. Just 5 on the clock. From outside the arc. And Donovan Mitchell gets the 3.
And Mitchell is a confident scorer, including from downtown.
Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Kenny Atkinson.
Dealing with Lonzo Ball's playmaking was at the front of his mind. He told me Lonzo's a tremendous decision maker, so we've got to be quick to close off the passing lanes. We can't let him create easy baskets. The goal is to keep ball's impact as a playmaker down to a minimum. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Allen, the bounce pass. Strus fires from way outside. No good on the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Giddey against Strus. And Giddey gets it to go.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. If he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Mitchell uses the glass to drop it in. Mitchell's got 5.
And this is routine for Mitchell. He doesn't need much space to feel comfortable elevating.
Over to the wing. Ball, the pass to White. Takes it off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Vucevic against Allen. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Pass to Mobley. Over Buzelis. That misses off the backboard.
I think he got the shot he wanted inside, but somewhere on the play, he just lost focus.
And we know injuries derailed last season for the Bulls, Greg, but with an aging core, you wonder where they go from here.
I mean, the Bulls are kind of stuck in the middle of things as it now stands. Not quite good enough to make a run in the East, but not in a position where they need to start over.
Pass to Allen. And they double up Allen. And here's Garland for 3. A basket good off the assist from Allen.
And the release for Garland is getting quicker as he gets more comfortable.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And the Cavaliers with some changes. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Allen. Okoro comes in for Max Strus. And it's Ty Jerome in for Donovan Mitchell. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Smith checked in for Vucevic. Williams comes in for Buzelis. Osumu, he's checked in for Josh Giddey. And Jones subbed in for Lonzo Ball. On the wing, Jones. Guarded by Garland. Teardrop shot. And that one drops for him. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's Jerome. The wide open look here for Garland. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
He's a high-volume jump shooter for a reason. Garland has tremendous touch from almost anywhere.
15 seconds left to play in the first. Now here's White. Shot clock at 5. Launches it. That's a 2 from Smith. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. At the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Williams is out there with Jalen Smith. Then it's Dosumu. Then it's Trey Jones. And it's Giddey in at the small forward. On the basket by Jones. Cavaliers leading. Here's Jerome. Scoreless thus far. Mobley a screen on Jones. Here's Jerome. Rebound by Smith. Now the Bulls with it. And it's Giddey in the corner. Back to Jones. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Jones has got 6.
Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
Pass to Hunter. Mobley with it. Williams picks him up. Mobley misses. And it's Williams with the ball for Chicago. Now here's Giddey for the 3. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Max Strus is checked in for Cleveland. Garland comes in for Javonte Green. Then for the Bulls, Vucevic comes in for Jalen Smith. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Dosunmu. Here's Giddey. Offline with his 3. The Cavaliers trail by 3. And Stan, here we are watching DeAndre Hunter. What impresses you most about his game?
Well, I like how steady he has been since he came into the league. I like the fact that he's a guy who can make shots but doesn't need the ball a lot. And I especially like, Kevin, that he's just a guy who figures out what needs to be done, and he's willing to do any of it to help his team win.
What a great intangible, right? To shift during a game and, like you said, give the team what they need at that moment. Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Thompson, he's checked in for Mobley. And it's Mitchell in for Ty Jerome. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Dean Wade, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. And a change for the Bulls. Jones is checked in. Chicago has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Okiki's checked in. Garland, the pass to Okiki. And here is Hunter. 1:15 left to play here in the second quarter. And the basket is good.
With a number of moves and shots to choose from, Hunter is scary. Nice bucket there.
Pass to White. Out to the right wing. Right side, Ball. And again, no good by Chicago. Cavaliers trailing. Down low, here's Okiki. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Pass to Buzelis. A floater, and that one drops. And the Bulls lead by 2.
And how about that finish by Buzelis, the rookie, getting it done.
Now Strus. Back to Garland. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Jones looking for an opening. White setting the pick for Jones. Pass to Vucevic. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Darius Garland. Guys, what a contribution.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Mitchell and Strus are your wingmen. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. And it's Garland in at the point. That's the group starting the second half for Kenny Atkinson. Here's Strus. A basket good off the assist from Allen. Strus has got the game tied up here for the Cavs. And for the Bulls, they're shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. Here's Giddey. And it's sent back by Allen. Garland against Vucevic for the lead. And that's good. Darius Garland for three. Garland's got 12. And Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Pass to White. 4 on the shot clock. And it's good for 2. White's got his second bucket.
You got to commend the concentration White showed there. He doesn't get thrown off kilter easily.
Giddey against Strus. And here's Garland for 3. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Stolen by Mitchell. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Pass to Mobley. From past the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. He has 5.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And one of the most underrated bigs in the NBA, Vucevic quietly dominates on a consistent basis.
The Bulls shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Patrick Williams, he's checked in for Bruce Ellis. Hunter finds Mobley. Mitchell outside. 6 on the shot clock. There's Garland. Up and in on the layup. Garland's got the lead up to 7 now for the Cavs.
And Garland is doing whatever he wants on offense, looking absolutely dominant.
Williams passes the ball. Drills it from outside. Ball's got 5 points so far.
Well, it's a 3-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Mitchell against White. Mitchell kicks to Mobley. Going inside. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Garland the pass to Mobley. Rebound by the Bulls.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up in.
A different look now for Cleveland. Okoro, he's checked in for Allen. Javonte Green comes in for Mitchell. And it's Ty Jerome in for Garland. Chicago also making some changes. Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic. Dosunmu comes in for Ball. And Trey Jones subbed in for Josh Giddey.
Well, as a guard like White, you need to score inside. Force teams to respect you everywhere.
A floater and the rejection by Smith. Now here's Dosunmu. He's guarded closely. And he hits it to tie the game up. Williams has got his first 2 points.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
Yeah, you can see it in the hustle stats. These guys have come out with a different mindset and seem much more motivated here in the second half.
And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Trey Jones out there with Dosunmu. Then it's Williams. Then it's Jalen Smith. And it's Giddey in at the 3. Garland against Jones. Thompson with the rebound. Cleveland's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Hunter kicks to Strus. Thompson outside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. GA, you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
So deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that 3. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his look.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Jared Allen's checked in for Thompson. Mobley comes in for DeAndre Hunter. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Ty Jerome. First free throw is good.
Taking 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Giddey. Here's Garland. Pass to Mitchell. Strus kicks to Mobley. Allen surveying the D. Just 5 to shoot. Allen a screen on White. Mitchell wide open. From outside off the mark. Chicago leading. White inside. Covered by Mitchell. White good.
Well, even with the defense right on him, White wasn't going to waste that positioning down low.
Loads it up there for Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
Yeah, and as a coach, you love having a team like this. They've got 0 quitting them.
Vucevic checked in for the Bulls. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to listen to what Billy Donovan said to his team. Now, he was quite encouraging in the huddle. He said, look, you're fighting out there, fellas. I can see it. I need you to keep giving everything you have. Bring this one home. See if they can pull it off, guys.
All right, thank you, David. Now for an update on Vucevic's injury. Let's go to David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Bulls gave us some information, and unfortunately, it sounds pretty serious. It's amazing he's good to come back into the game. In fact, Kevin, he's already back in the game.
David, thanks for checking in. On top of it as always.
It's interesting. Even with the advancements in strength and conditioning, injuries continue to impact the game.
Well, this is a high-impact sport, and the league continues to get bigger and faster.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, those are the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Second team foul.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
Evan Mobley.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that gives them the lead.
Well, not a perfect trip to the line, but he gets the one he needed to put them in the driver's seat.
Ball sets a screen for White. Vucevic against Allen. Vucevic with it. The Bulls need to get a shot on. Giddey, it counts.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Mobley. It falls.
Well, you wonder why we're seeing so many points tonight. Just look at the beat.
Not a lot of resistance, and trying to just outscore other teams, generally not the best recipe for long-term success.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
This is where great coaching can pay dividends.
Well, they'll likely only get one shot at this. They need to make it count.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Guys, what's your take on how they maximize their opportunities now?
This is where great coaching can pay dividends.
Well, they'll likely only get one shot at this. They need to make it count.
And they commit an intentional foul. See another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And so they foul intentionally.
His third. Team foul.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous...
Highlight of this game could be the matchup at the 5 spot.
You know, Brian, we've seen strong play at the center position these last few years, and we've got two bigs who can each take over a game, so I think it's going to be a lot of fun watching them square off.
Here are the 5 for Philadelphia. We've got George, Kelly Oubre out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Tyrese Maxey, and it's Grimes in at the 2. Embiid gets the bucket.
Love the confidence from Joel. He gets the ball and knows exactly what he's going to do with it before he gets it.
Crafty move, and a nice layup by Brunson.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
George outside. Over on Anunoby, and it's New York with a rebound.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
And you watch Tyrese Maxey, Clark. He's so good at creating offense.
Yeah, he can get that thing rack to rack and downhill in a heartbeat, BA. In the break and in the pick and roll, he puts tons of pressure on the defense because he's so quick. And he knows how to use angles, too. And he can shoot it from deep, so he's got the full package. Maxey makes things happen with his hard work and determination as a scorer.
Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, BA. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
Bridges misses.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Grimes' shot is off.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Double team on Towns. And the call will be against Kelly Oubre. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's Towns. Outside Anunoby. Here's Bridges. It's good.
Yeah, relentless worker. Bridges, so tough inside.
Outside Maxey. Out to Oubre. Three-pointer. Knocks it down from distance.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
Bridges passes to Brunson. Wide open look. Rebound by Philadelphia.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
Clark, the Sixers have been at least 10 games over 500 for 7 straight seasons now.
Yeah, and that's great to see after, what was it called? The process that took them all the way to to the very depths of the league to finally build themselves back into a consistent playoff team. And their fans certainly deserve good times for struggling through all of those bad times several years ago.
Maxey passes to Embiid. 56 seconds left in the opening quarter. Jalen Brunson grabs a miss. The Knicks have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Pass to Anunoby. Outside Brunson. Towns a screen on Maxey. High post Towns. 5 to shoot. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. For 3, Bridges sinks it from distance. Bridges has got 7 points.
Yeah, the quickness from Bridges there, looking like a guard.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Maxey with a screen on Harden. And here's Oubre from the arc. Drops in the 3.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's Brunson with the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Brunson's got his second basket.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
And we all know what can happen when he gets rolling. A hot start can turn into an explosive scoring night.
It's a tight. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. All right, before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Knicks?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
We've got campaign. Mitchell Robinson is out there with Achua. Then there's Miles McBride. And it's Bridges in at the small forward position. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Fires from the line. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. He's got 9.
Oh, so solid from the mid-range. Bridges understands when to rise up from there.
Pass to Embiid. Embiid just too tall inside.
Woo, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
Embiid's gone 2 for 3 from the field. What a 22-23 season it was for Joel Embiid. Named MVP with the Sixers, Clark.
Yeah, and that was Philly's first MVP since the answer. Allen Iverson back in 2001. Embiid led the league in scoring at over 33 a game on 55% shooting from the floor. Remarkable. Nobody could stop him. He was virtually unguardable.
Anunoby, he's checked in for New York. Here's Embiid. Embiid drawing the double team. Edwards for 3. Knocks down the long J.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Pass to Anunoby. Outside McBride. This one for 3. And the three-pointer goes. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Karl Anthony Towns has checked in for Robinson. Oubre, he's checked in for the Sixers. Grimes comes in for Butler. Pass to McCain. Here's Yabusele. To the right side. Here's Embiid. Gets a very good look and converts. Embiid's got 4 points in the quarter.
Embiid, a versatile shot maker, showing off his mid-range game there.
Outside Achua. Bridges with it. Outside Anunoby. Now Bridges. Floats one up, and there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
And the Knicks making a change here. Brunson's checked in. Pass to Grimes. And there's 1:45 left to play in the second quarter. And that one's good. Grimes has got his first basket. Neither side willing to relent.
That's led to 8 lead changes and a bunch of drama already.
Outside Anunoby. With the teardrop. Banging his way through. Jalen Brunson.
Such a strong floater game. Just another part of Brunson's expanding arsenal.
Back to Maxey. And it's New York with a rebound. Bridges outside. Towns on a screen. Beyond the arc. Connects from downtown. Now it's a 4-point New York lead.
Oh, productive from back there. Bridges showing the range.
Pass to George. 4-3. He buries it from 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
McBride, he's checked in for Mikal Bridges. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Yabusele hooked that. Oh, man, this has been an absolute battle in the first half.
Each team trying to establish itself. The lead just keeps going back and forth.
Brunson passes to McBride. Puts it up. Great look there, but off target. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Sixers ahead, up 1. Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break. Ready for the third quarter. And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Boy, you look at Mikal Bridges. What a contribution.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Taking a look at the 76ers. Paul George out there with Kelly Oubre. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2. This will be his 3rd free throw of the game. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. 2-point game. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Sixers' 2 stars make a great pairing. Maxey said of Embiid, since I was a rookie, he's had the ultimate faith and believed in me. And Embiid said of Maxey, he's something else. Always smiling with the same energy. Good games, bad games, always the same. People like that set the tone for everybody else. Brian?
That's a good call, Allie. Thank you. Hart from long range nails it from beyond the arc. Hart's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
You know, he does a little bit of everything. But when Hart is draining the three-pointer, that's when he's most dangerous.
Embiid from outside. The Knicks with the rebound. Clark, one of the league's premier scorers. Embiid does a lot of damage in the mid-range.
I tell you, for a guy as big as he is, I just marvel at his touch, his footwork, and the fact that he scores at all 3 levels. He scores at the rim, mid-range, he's dangerous, and then the three-point shot is one that he can knock down with decent regularity. So at his size, most would like to see him attack the rim more, but I still marvel at his versatility as a scorer.
Pass to Hart. Towns on a screen. And all around the rim that time before dropping. And it's a 5-point Knick lead.
Brunson with a 6th sense. I mean, always knows where his teammates are.
Here's Maxey. Here's Grimes. George outside. Drills it from deep. George has got 6.
Seems effortless for George, that quick release of his.
Outside Hart. Back to Brunson. 1:56 left in the third quarter. Bridges misses. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. A nice shot by Grimes. Grimes has gotten his second bucket.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Outside Anunoby. Pass to Bridges. Outside Hart. Let's go with a 3. Paul George pulls it in. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Here's Grimes. Shoots over Bridges. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And George is not just a scorer now. He also passes the ball well, looking to keep his guys involved.
Outside Anunoby. Hart with a screen on George. Anunoby for 3. He buries it from 3. Anunoby's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. George feels it out a bit. Pass to Embiid. And Embiid fires it home.
I've got pity for that rim right there, Joel Embiid. That's a big man banging that thing down.
Outside Brunson. Towns with the ball. Embiid covers. Embiid against Towns. Back to Brunson. The 3. And the Knicks another 3.
Pretty much the second Brunson gets the ball, he's into motion, and that's how it's done.
Outside Maxey. George passes to Embiid. Over Towns. Embiid missing again. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Knicks out in front, up 2. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Cameron Payne out there with Miles McBride. Then there's the Chua. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Towns in at the 5 down low. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Outside Payne. Pass to Anunoby. And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, that's a big bucket. Putting the offense on his shoulders right there.
And you know that's right. I mean, he's looking to put his stamp all over this game.
Embiid inside. Covered by Towns.
The constant evolution of Embiid's game, really impressive. A credit to his work ethic. Continues to get better, becoming a bigger threat with his improved arsenal.
And some changes here for New York. Josh Hart's checked in for Chua. Mikal Bridges comes in for McBride. And Brunson is subbed in for Payne.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
Screen by Bridges. Hart from long range. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Oubre. And yep, it's good. And the 76ers lead by 2.
It's nice to see they're not settling for 3-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Hart finds Anunoby. Bridges outside. From the arc. Gets the 3 ball to go. Bridges has got 20 points.
He's such a clutch shooter. He just lives for the big shot.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to find out what Nick Nurse was discussing with his players. And a big reason their team is down, the three-point line. Coach saying in the huddle, we have to battle on the perimeter. They're outplaying us from the arc. Guys?
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Man, where's the effort on the defensive end? You gotta play harder than that.
Yeah, you know, it's made for a fun game, but you're right. You're exactly right. I mean, the defense has been non-existent.
Hart pulls it in. Knicks leading by 3. Bridges passes to Brunson. With some arc. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got 6 rebounds here tonight. George with it, and it's Anunoby picking him up. George passes to Maxey. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
No fear in Maxey, folks. This guy is ready for the big moment and welcomes the challenge.
Here's Brunson. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though.
I mean, towards the end of the game, you want Brunson out there, and he can do some special things for you.
To the middle. Fades away. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got his 4th rebound in this one. Towns finds Brunson. Oh, sweet move. Rebound by the 76ers. Maxey surveys. Pass to Embiid. And he sinks it. And that one brings them within 1.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game.
Yes, a huge make by Jalen Brunson, shining in the biggest of moments.
Embiid against Town. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns. He sinks the clutch free throw.
And he doesn't let the pressure get to him. Cool and confident from the line.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. 35 seconds left in the 4th. Here's Brunson. Count it!
Now, he may only be 6'1", but Brunson plays much bigger than that. I mean, he plays with a physicality.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. All right, thoughts on what Coach is going to do here?
A chance to tie it up here.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
He connects!
What confidence from Joel Embiid. Knocked that one down in a clutch situation.
Brunson looks it over. The 15-footer. Oh, he got it! He got it!
He's just so hard to check. I mean, he can turn you one way, then use the spin move, put you in the cycle, and then make you look like a washing machine.
And so the big win by New York in a
just a few timely stretches of stops, I think they win.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Prince, and it's Kuzma in at the small forward position. Lillard against Halliburton. Neesmith, the pass to Halliburton. Shakes him. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Lock at 6. And a wide open look for Siakam. And the three ball is good.
This is a guy with size and range. You cannot let Pascal Siakam get those kinds of looks from deep.
And we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer. But Greg, he's developed as a passer over time.
And Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader, but he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates.
Now, here's Siakam, following the miss by Kyle Kuzma.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Good on the triple.
It catches people off guard to see what a smooth stroke Lopez has for a big fella.
Pass to Nembhard. Halliburton feeling it out a bit. Now, Neesmith. Turner for 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Oh!
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, the Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
Turner for 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Prince outside. Back to Lillard for 3. Offensive rebound. And Antetokounmpo. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Instincts and anticipation. Great effort here by Giannis.
Siakam outside. Back to Halliburton. A three-pointer off the mark. Bucks leading by 3. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, Kevin, Rick Carlisle gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked him how he'll try to handle Giannis Antetokounmpo tonight. The coach remarked, handle? You can't handle Giannis. We'll give him different looks and clog lanes, but really all we can do is pray his shot isn't falling. There's nothing wrong with asking for a little divine intervention on defense tonight, I guess. Guys?
Thanks, David. Kuzma outside. Knocks down the 3 ball.
That's about pre-shot preparation, the anticipation of the pass. Kuzma, easy work.
It's Nembhard on the wing. Pass to Turner. Beyond the arc. Nailed from three-point land. Turner's got 6 points.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
Pass to Turner. Back to Nembhard. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And here's Antetokounmpo outside. The shot will not fall. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Bucks lead by 4. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
They've got Halliburton. Toppin is out there with Walker. It's T.J. McConnell, and it's Mathurin in at the small forward. That's the Pacers' 5.
My goodness, Toppin puts on a show. What a special dunker this guy is.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Here's Halliburton. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even.
Yeah, give Halliburton credit for staying with the play. You've got to be able to fend off that defense and still finish.
Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
Nice shot by Portis.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for Indiana. Fires the three. Connects from three-point range. Halliburton's got the lead up to 1 now for Indiana. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Antetokounmpo passes to Trent. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Halliburton. Trent gets the bucket.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Toppin dishes to Walker. Toppin sends a screen for McConnell.
2 minutes.
The rebound by the Bucks. 1:51 left in the first half. Knocks it loose. And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. From deep. Trent gets the bucket. Trent's got 6.
It's not just the assertiveness of Gary Trent Jr., folks. It's about the accuracy. I don't care what kind of range he's shooting from.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Toppin. Pascal Siakam comes in for Walker. Neesmith, he's checked in for Halliburton. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Green. Prince is checked in for Gary Trent. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Kevin Porter. And they pick up 2.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Lillard outside. The 3. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. Pass to Nembhard. Neesmith with the ball. To the paint. Here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
Well, Pascal Siakam has the ability to play on the inside and score with that length.
Lillard, the pass to Kuzma. Fires from deep. It's good from long range. 6 points for him.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Walking foul called on Kyle Kuzma. First personal foul. First team foul.
29 seconds left to play here in the half.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Lillard, the pass to Portis. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Beautiful offense. Lillard creates time and again down the floor, whether it be for himself or for his teammates. And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
Here's Siakam. Again, Indiana.
Listen, you give a good shooter that kind of look, and it's going to go in.
1 second left. No good on the shot. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. The Bucks on top. I thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Tyrese Halliburton with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Setting the floor for the Bucks. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Trent's out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Kuzma in at the 3 slot. Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
On the wing, Giannis. Good! Giannis from deep.
And when Giannis is sinking that shot, he is impossible to guard.
Halliburton passes to Nembhard. Turner with it. Launches a 3. Kuzma pulls it in.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
It's Lillard, top of the key. Lopez, a screen on Halliburton. Lillard misses.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Siakam kicks to Halliburton. 90 seconds now into the second half. The shot that time not on target. Bucks leading by 7. Antetokounmpo passes to Lillard. And here is Antetokounmpo. Nembhard covering. Giannis is double. Shot clock at 6. Here's Lillard. Banked in off the glass. Lillard's got 5 points so far.
Aggressive move by Lillard, attacking the heart of that defense.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Nesmith. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Trent's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. 1:58 left in the third. Nembhard finds Mathurin. It seems every season, Doris, we have players speak out on being unhappy with their role.
Well, consider, Kevin, that if you're one player on a roster in the NBA, how coveted each of those spots are, but also how competitive they are. You don't get there without that nature, which means you want to play. Boy, when you think about Benedict Mathurin, this guy is a talented, aggressive scorer. His ceiling very high. He's going to have to be a little more efficient.
Trent passes to Lopez. Here's Giannis. 5 on the clock. Prince can't hit. Pacers trail by 6. Inside. Here's Siakam. The teardrop falls in. He's got 9.
That's tremendous touch from the big man. Siakam proving that floater is in his bag.
It's Prince on the wing. To the inside. And when you think back to that Sabonis-Halliburton trade, Doris, it really worked out for both teams.
It's rare, Kevin, that you can talk about a, quote, win-win for both sides. Most trades are a little bit harder to evaluate because they involve more moving pieces. This was a straight-up one-to-one swap of young stars and positional fits for each side.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Toppin, he's checked in for Turner. Shepard comes in for Andrew Nembhard. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Halliburton. Tapping a screen on Trent. Up top, Mathurin from downtown. Good on the three-point shot. Mathurin's got 6 here in this quarter.
Boy, a lot of confidence to Mathurin's game. That efficiency has to get better, but he is not shy.
Lillard against McConnell. Porter looking it over. Back to Portis. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And how about Porter Jr.'s court awareness? Excellent job finding the open man with the pass.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. Here's Siakam. 9 points in the game so far. Tapping a screen on Smith. Siakam for 3. Shoots. The third quarter comes to a close. Bucks lead by 5. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Tyrese Halliburton is out there with T.J. McConnell. Then there's Benedict Mathurin. Then it's Walker. Oh!
Giannis will take on any defender. Nice finish that time.
Pacers trail by 7. McConnell with it. Pass to Halliburton. Sinks the three-pointer.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
Down low, inside. Giannis drops it in.
And we see this often now from Giannis. His offensive repertoire has become so versatile.
Halliburton against Trent. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Tyrese Halliburton, one of the best offensive players in the league, Doris. He's so fun to watch.
Kev, this young man is special, and not only because of the flair and the skill as a passer, the shot-making ability. To me, it's the joy he brings to the game and how that joy lifts his teammates around him.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Toppin. Pascal Siakam comes in for Walker. Aaron Nesmith has checked in for Benedict Mathurin. And Andrew Nemhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. He begged them, don't give up. He told his guys 1 possession at a time. Let's go out there and do what we talked about. That's how we get back into this one. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And now it's a 9-point Bucks lead.
How about Lillard? He hits the defense with a sweet move and then makes sure to finish the play.
Halliburton, that's good.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot, but right now this guy is cooking.
Pass to Giannis. Tries from 16. Siakam pulls it in.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
And it's good, 2 points. And now just a 5-point Milwaukee lead.
Boy, Pascal Siakam plays at his own pace, able to find the open man.
Lopez against Turner. Over in the corner, on to Kumbo. Lopez sends a screen for Giannis. Good D by Siakam. The Pacers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Lillard against Halliburton. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Halliburton has the kind of personality that keeps him steady in big-time moments. How about that? Unfazed.
Antetokounmpo passes to Lillard. Lopez from long range. Pacers with the rebound. Pass to Nemhard. Outside for Halliburton. To tie it up. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
They came close there to tying it up.
Oh, he had it in his sights. He wanted it. That bucket would have been huge.
To the middle. Here's Giannis. Money!
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
Halliburton against Lillard. Got it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Fearless move by Tyrese Halliburton. The game is complete and the mind is ready.
There goes Giannis. Count it!
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Halliburton. Yes!
And just one of those nights for Tyrese Halliburton. He's kept his foot on the accelerator, and he's putting it to the defense.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, and both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
He's able to make it a 2-possession game with some solid work at the line right there.
Siakam misses, and that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And the second of 2 is good. That increases their lead to 6. Siakam outside. That 3 off the mark. And so the Bucks take the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad. All right, DA, thanks again. And that about wraps it up for